Hello, greetings from Axanta Business Solutions. In this video, we'll look into the Get Warehouses API. This API is responsible for fetching the warehouse details from Axanta ERP. First, let's see the warehouses in the back office. To do so, we have to go into the inventory module under configurations, warehouses, and we can see all the warehouses over here. Here we have these options is e-commerce warehouse and unpublished and published flag. If is e-commerce warehouse is true, this warehouse data would be synced into the stock on hand API and this warehouse would be appeared in the API response. And this published unpublished flag totally depends on your flow. This could come pretty handful in various cases. For example, you have an online store and you want to make this main warehouse as your online store warehouse. Whatever the products that are there in the main warehouse should be shown on your e-commerce store. We just have to mark this is e-commerce warehouse true and this as published. Let's say there is a case where you want to sync the warehouse's data like products, prices, quantities in the stock on an API, but you don't want this warehouse to be appeared in your e-commerce store. In that case, we just have to mark this is e-commerce warehouse true and this flag as unpublished. For example, you have an option of store picking in your e-commerce store where user selects a product and chooses store picking. In that case, you have to validate the product's quantity available in the store warehouse. But you don't want all the data of this warehouse to be appeared on your e-commerce store. In that case, we just have to mark this as unpublished and this as is e-commerce warehouse true. And what if there is a warehouse whose data you don't want to sync at all? For example, this damage warehouse where all the damaged products are stored. We don't want this warehouse's data to be synced with the stock on hand API and to be visible on your e-commerce platform. In that case, we have to mark this is e-commerce warehouse option as false and this as unpublished. Let's call the get warehouses API. As you can see, I have passed company ID in the payload. This is not required but should be passed in case of multi-company setup. As you can see, I have got all the warehouses which are marked is e-commerce warehouse true and this is the published flag. So the main warehouse is published and the store warehouse is not. So this is the get warehouses API in Axanta ERP.